झीनी रे झीनी झीनी रे झीनी 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 रे झीनी के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी शरीर रूपी चादर कैसे बनी, इसका निर्माण कैसे हुआ। अष्टकमल का चरखा बनाया, 5 तत्व की पूनी। अष्टकमल का चरखा बनाया, झीनी रे झीनी झीनी रे झीनी 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 रे झीनी के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी शरीर रूपी चादर कैसे बनी, इसका निर्माण कैसे हुआ। अष्टकमल का चरखा बनाया, 5 तत्व की पूनी।
अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला. And in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा.
Naren, Arvin, go to that side of the head, face into the south direction for me. Right? Right? So boys, just stop next to Daddy and face into the south direction. Let us all clasp our hands, close our eyes as we meditate to pray unto Sri Vishnu Bhagavan. We also pray unto Krishna Bhagavan as we ask for their presence, their guidance to be here with us this morning. So clasp hands, close eyes, let us all meditate and pray. Om Sri Krishna Chandra Namo Namaha. Om Sri Vaishnavyo Namaha. Om Sri Rudraya Namaha. Sri Maheshwaraya Namaha. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangolangayate Girim Yat Kripartumaham Bande Paramanandikamarvam Ram Ram Bhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunataya Nataya Sitaye Pataye Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kantachanurtamartaram Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Om Yam Brahma Varudindavrtamarta Stunvanti Debhyaistavai Vedai Sangapadhakramopaneshtai Ghayanti Yam Samagha Dhyana Vasilatarkatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yaschantam Navidasranadhevaya Tasmai Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki Jai, Sri Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai. Take the flowers, place it on the chest area. Devotees, you all can be seated. Right, so now all the offerings needs to be, when you're offering, you need to face into the south direction. So Naren will be leading at the front there, right? So whichever angle it could be comfortable to make the offerings, but try to face in south. And the rest of you will touch hands. According to every offering we do, we make a clockwise direction and we walk around, right? So he will be leading you and then the children and them, right? So the sankalp. Right, so you all touch hands for this one. Sprinkle water 3 times. Om Shri Vishnu Radha Shri Brahmano Nijatye Pratare Sweet Vikarpe Trinararadeshe Vaisatvat Mantre Ashtavitam Kalyoge Kalir Pratane Charane Trinararadeshe Penal Punyakshetre Bhaurava Vartare Vartamane. You all take your names in mind. Yatanam Sambasre Pratipara Sautyani August Mase Krishan Pakshe Shashtititi Amukavasare Ashwini Nakshatre Ganda Yuge Garkarane Mej Rasitite Sudye Amuka Rasitite Shishanke Cha Shishu Grahishu Yata Yata Rasitite Stanistite Sru Kashyapya Gotrasya. Take his name in mind now. Take his name. Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Anteshti Karam Aham Karishye. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Place on your chest as well. The decent hand, that was a sankalp. Sankalp is where you mark the area, the time, the name, the location, who is doing the ceremony, who is also the departed, and then which part the ceremony is taking place. So this is very important whenever we do any form of offerings or ceremonies. Sankalp is the most important thing. So you must mark that area and time, location, and these things, right? Take the lota water. Now all of you touch hands, walk around together 3 times, sprinkling the water in around him to purify the body. So offer. Om Adya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Snanam Mayardiyate Tavo Pateshtatam. Om Adhyamaka Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrite Stani Shaba. Yeah. Snanam Mayardiyate Tavo Pateshtatam. Om Adya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Snanam Mayar Diyate Tavopatishtatam. Om Madhyamaka Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrte Stani Shava Snanam Maya Diyate Tavopatishtatam. Chandan. Now we take in the index finger, the ring one, and you place in Chandan upwards. Yeah. Yeah. Om Madhyamaka Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya. Right, so you come around. Right, come Naren, come this side clockwise, and the others will offer Chandan as well, right? Om Madhyamaka Gotrasya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Malas. Om Madhyamaka Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Madhya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Madhyamaka Gotrasya Amukha Pretasya Mrte Stani Shava Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Right, so you're spraying on the flowers, the clothings, and come around, and then you give him it, right? So spray right through. Om Madhyamaka Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrte Stani Shava Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Madhya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Madhyamaka Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrte Stani Shava Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Right, so you perform arati, walk around, then you give, right, so 5 of you will do together, well, separately. Om Madhyamaka Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrte Stani Shava Deepam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Madhya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Deepam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Madhya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Deepam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Madhya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Deepam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Madhya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Deepam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. One pinda. Now we take in this pinda, come a little closer by the hand, right? Stay right there. You all touch hands together. Everybody touch hands. Sprinkle water on the pinda. Om Madhya Kashyapya Gotrasya Gaya Kissoon Pretasya Eshate Pindu maya diyate tavo patishutam. Place it by the right hand. Right, take some water, sprinkle on top 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. Om Tat Sat Pretatmaha Shanti. Om Tat Sat Pretatmaha Shanti. Tat Sat Pretatmaha Shanti. Sprinkle some black tea on top as well. Om Tat Sat Pretatma Shanti Bhavatu. Good. Now, taking one. Sprinkle some water in top. Om Vasubhyaya Namaha. Om Retavahaya Namaha. Place the top of the head. Second one. Om Varunaya Namaha. Om Pretasakaya Namaha. Sprinkle water. And replacing that one under the right arm. By the right arm, good. Third one. Om Jai Kapataya Namaha. Om Pretapaya Namaha. Left arm. Om Ahed Bhuranyaya Namaha. Om Preta Bhumepaya Namaha. Placed by the navel. Last one. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Preta Haritre Namaha. Place it between the both legs there. Good. Take black till, sprinkle by each one, the head, the arms, the navel, and the legs. Om Tat Sat Pretatmaha Shantihi Bhavatu. Om Tat Sat Pretatmaha Shantihi Bhavatu. Om Tat Sat Pretatmaha Shantihi Bhavatu. Sprinkle all water into each one as well. Om Pan Tatvaha Shantihi Bhavatu. Good. Go on, smile. Alright, so if you want, I could stand up here or I could sit down here for a little bit, right? Yeah, sure. So devotees, this morning as we are here, as we are gathered, we are here gathered as we pay our last rites, our tribute to our beloved Mr. Gaya Kissoon. Now, before we go a little further with the ceremony, let us all clasp our hands and close our eyes as we meditate, we pray unto Sri Krishna Bhagavan, as we ask him for his guidance and blessings, protectance. We also pray to Lord Krishna Bhagavan as we chant a few verses from the Bhagavad Gita. It helps the soul to be a form of ease. Right? So let us all focus our mind onto Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Om Sri Krishna Chandra Namo Namaha. Om Arjuna Vacha. Evam Satata Yukta Ye Bhaktasvam Parayupasate. Ye Chapyaksharam Avyaktam Tesham Ke Yoga Vittamaha. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Maya Veshamano Ye Ma Nitya Yukta Upasate. Sraddaya Parayopetaste Me Yuktatamamataha. Ye Twakshar Maradeshya Mavyaktam Parayupasate. Sarvatamachinchyancha Kutasta Machalam Dhruvam Sanniyam Yendriya Gramam Sarvatra Samabhuddhayaha Te Prapnuvanti Mameva Sarvabhuta Hitertaha Kleshorikattarastesham Avyakta Sakta Chetasam Avyakta Higatiradukan Dehavarabhirahmapyate Yetu Sarvani Karamani Mayyasyanta Matpadaha Ananyanaiva Yogena Mandanyanta Upasate Tesham maham samuridarta mrityu sansarga sargatat bhavami nachitat parata maya veshita chetasam mayeva mana adatsva maya bhudhimiveshayah nivasishyasi mayeva ata udhana shanshayah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai, Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki Jai. The devotees, those verses comes from Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. Chapter 12 in Bhagavad Gita always explains about yoga and devotion. And yoga and devotion is something that is very important to all of us. Now, this message that comes from the Bhagavad Gita, I share with you all because it reminds us how we can remember Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Now, devotees, we know at some time in our life, we all will come to an end. We all will come to death. Whatever is born must dies. I be akela, Jai be akela. We know one day we are here, and one day we are not here. One day we come, one day we go. Whatever happens in between, that is for Sri Vishnu Bhagavan to decide. But in chapter 12 Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is asking Sri Krishna Bhagavan, how can we attain him? How can we be in oneness with him? And Sri Krishna Bhagavan is talking about yoga and devotion. And yoga and devotion is something we know either physically or mentally. We could either meditate or we could do physical form of exercise. So there's both physically and there's both mentally. And Sri Krishna is saying that simply by performing good actions, which is physically, simply by performing good actions, we would attain him. His presence would be there for us whenever that time comes, when we die. If you have no bad actions to pay for, your actions are pure. So he's saying, good actions, perform good actions. He goes on to say that if actions, sometimes our action may not be as pure. And what can we do to remember him? Simply by meditating and thinking of him, saying his name, chanting his name, singing his bhajans. Right? This is one way that we remember Sri Krishna Bhagavan. So we try our best to remember Sri Krishna at all times. So sometimes, depending our actions, simply by our insect, killing of an insect is a form of sin, is a form of pap. And that is why our action may not be as pure. So thinking of Lord Krishna, this purifies the mind, purifies the thought. So when you pray to Lord Krishna Bhagavan, it purifies you as well. He goes on to say that if the mind is very hard to control, because we are here, but our mind may be elsewhere as well. So he's saying that the mind is very hard to control, so we may not be able to think of him at all times. So it's very simple. He's saying, simply by when we are breathing, when we take air, when we take breath, we take his name into our thoughts, into our mind. So in that time, when that time of death approaches to us, our last breath we take with Sri Krishna Bhagavan. And that is where the presence of Sri Krishna, he would be there with you. And it's a very simple message for all of us to remember Sri Krishna. Now in Garu Puran have many other explanations from time of funeral to the 1 year period. There's things talks about before death, within death, and after death. This that we placed underneath of the box, where we put the leaf, we put the kush grass, the blacktail, the tulsi leaf, the flowers. These things is important. There's significance for these things. Now, Garu Puran explains that when someone is about to die, what do? You know, we die out of old age. Nowadays, people die from other things, right? Heart attack and whatever, accident, all of these things. These things may consider to be as untimely death. But through our old age, when we die out of old age, what do? It's said that when someone is dying, when the soul is leaving that body, when the soul is it's tickling through the throat, and what do you do with that person? You put them flat onto the ground. You smear it with gubar, you put kush grass, and you sprinkle blacktail, and you place that body, that person, flat on the ground. And the reason for that is that the kush grass resides Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. The gubar purifies the earth. And it is said that the messengers of Yamraj cannot come near. They say when this is placed underneath the body, they cannot come and interfere with that soul. They can't come near to it. It also goes on to say, if there's someone has tulsi plants, tulsi trees in their premises, then the presence of Vishnu Bhagavan himself would be there for you. And this is important. You would see many Hindus, they would have tulsi plants all over, and they would dare not cut it down because they know the benefits, they know the purpose of it. When someone is in the hospital and they bedridden and they are about to die, what do? We carry some tulsi water and we feed them some. That is very important as well. So today we perform this Anteshti Sanskar, which is the funeral ceremony. And this ceremony is not too much of a big ceremony. It's a ceremony that is conducted where we give our loved ones, our beloved ones, that great send-off. And by performing that great send-off, we offer water as a purification of the body, and then we offer good things. We offer flowers, mala, we put chandan, we put perfume, and we perform the arati. This is the best send-off that we can do for that departed, for the body itself, before we place into the kravyada, the agni, which is the fire that will take back all the elements and return it. From here, we have a 10th-day ceremony. 10th-day ceremony, which is called the shaving or the dashargat. Dashargat ceremony is where you would go to the flowing waters, either the river or the seaside, wherever that water is flowing, and you perform that dashargat ceremony. It is said in the Garu Puran that the body takes a time frame to create a spiritual body in that time frame, which is 10 days. It cannot be made in 1 day. It takes a time, different limbs of the body, that spiritual body, which is estimated to say the size of an arm, that will be. They say the soul is the size of the thumb, and that body that is created is the size of the arm. And that would start a journey on the 13th day. So the dashargat, when you offer these pindas to the 10th day and you do the shraddha, the body is fully created. And on the 13th day, it take a rest for the 11th and 12th day. And then on the 13th day, it starts that journey. When that, the Madhyam Shodashi is performed, which we call a Bandara. So the Madhyam Shodashi is where that soul that would start that journey and goes on. After that Madhyam Shodashi, what happens? We have a 6 months period. 6 months period is a very difficult state where the soul, that body that is going, reach the half journey to the Vaitadani river. And it said that that Vaitadani river is how? 9 joganas. And a jogana is equivalent to about 9 miles. So it's about 81 miles in width that this river is. And it said that the type of torments that goes on within that river, it is very difficult, especially for a sinful person. But only sinful persons goes to bad torments. But the 6 months period is a very difficult state where the soul would want assistance or help to go across. So in that time, you do a Gaudan ceremony. If someone isn't able to perform a Gaudan, what do? Simply do Krishna Puja, offer the Gita, and that would help in a form in that 6 months period. And then we have a 1 year, which is called the Uttam Shodashi. And the Uttam Shodashi is where that departed now reached the end of that journey, where he reached the abode of Chitragupta and the different masters, and they all would go together. They would verify his types of actions. And that depend on either reincarnation or moksha. And this is important for the entire 1 year period. Now I say, let me share this message to you all, because most of the times whenever we perform the 13 days, I may not see all of you. So these explanations wouldn't be given. So I give it to you all at this time. Now, Chitragupta, it is said that the sun keeps a record of our actions. Everything that we do into our life is recorded. The sun keeps a record, which is Surya. He keeps a record of our actions. If the sun isn't present, the moon, Chandrama, keeps that record of our life. And if Surya and Chandra isn't present, Mother Earth keeps a record of your life. And if somehow or the other, water, which is Ganga Mata, keeps that record of your life. And then we have Agni, that fire. Wherever there's a deer lighting, wherever there's water, wherever there's a sun, wherever there's a moon, and if you feel you're getting away, you're on earth. So everything has that form of record of your actions. So there's nothing past. Right? I see some people shaking their heads, so they know exactly. Right? Know exactly what we are talking about. So devotees, my time of growing up, I am a bit young, but I have known Mr. Gaya for quite some time, couple of years, sometime when I was small. Always seeing him, always knowing him. He's a person that he never passed you straight. As long as he know you, he will talk to you. Me, on the other hand, he had a different form of respect. So you always talk, always say, Sitaram Pundit, how you doing? He always talk like that. And he's a person that, he'll never pass you. He will always say hello. There's a certain time when I was a bit younger in my teens, he used to come to the grocery. He would buy a papers. He may buy something to drink. And he would go next door by the carrot shed. I won't say where the carrot shed located, but by the bar. Right? We know Barry's bar, right? But he used to come there, and he come early in the morning, and he would sit down and go through that papers. I will go to the grocery, I'll come back, and he'll always see me, and he'll always call me out. There's other functions, events, yagyas, pujas. Wherever we go, we meet. I see him, he see me, we always talk to each other. And he always talk good things. He never talk no bad things with me. Recently, just about 2 weeks back, we would have done a Gita part for him. And he was vibrant. He had that form of strength where he could approach Sri Krishna Bhagavan. You take that book, I told him to take that book and bow to it 3 times. And he had that strength. He took that book, and better than any young person, he take that book and he bow. Om Sri Krishna Arpanam. And he remembers Sri Krishna Bhagavan. So devotees, before we go further again, we have the son of the late departed, Mr. Naren, Narendra, and he would give us the eulogy at this time.
Sitaram, everybody. Just excuse me, I was just trying to find it. Okay. My father, Gaya Kissoon. Today we gather not only to mourn, but to honor, celebrate, and give thanks to the life of a man who left an indelible mark on his family, his community, and all those who had the privilege to know him, Gaya Kissoon. He was born in December 13th, 1942 to Bachine and Parsoo Kissoon. Dad's journey began humbly in a time when homes were lit with lamps, water fetched by hand, in the modest board house with a thatch roof. His early years were steeped with hard work and simple living, helping his mother sell provision in Shoguna's market, tying cows to graze for his father, cutting logs in the forest and planting rice. These experiences shaped his character, teaching him discipline, resilience, and the value of every drop of effort. As a boy, he was affectionately and perhaps mischievously nicknamed Hitler, a testament of his determined nature. His favorite nickname later became Grazzo, and he dreamt big even then. His father once told him, while they would tend to cows and plant rice fields, that his wish was to see his son own the land one day. Dad took it to heart, and in time fulfilled the dream, transforming it into the Gaya Kissoon development in Rusilak, providing nearly 100 families to call the land their own home. His education was a story of perseverance. Though he left secondary school early, he self-taught himself with subjects needed to earn his CXC and A-levels, and going on to earn a degree in economics and political science from UWI. During these years, he also taught at Woodland Hindu Primary, Rusilak Hindu School, and later at Faizabad Intermediate Secondary. At Woodland Hindu, he would work for free, riding his bike daily from Rusilak to Woodland and back, a small and powerful testament to his commitment and to service over self. On August 19, 1973, he got married to Soomati Ramsumair Kissoon, my mom, and together they built a life rooted in love, family, and shared purpose. In 1977, he formed his own company, marking the beginning of a lifelong career as a businessman, a land developer, with his community development project in 1981, and building his dream home in 1983. His success and stature in the area grew. He became a self-made man whose influence carried with weight and respect. His public service was equally impactful. He served as a board member of PTSC, and as a county councillor during the NAR and UNC period. He was also an active member of the Rusilak United and the Rusilak Youth Group. Through his work, he helped improve the infrastructure, provided guidance to young people, employed lots of people. And extended charity to countless families in need. His belief was simple but profound. Service to mankind is service to God. Outside of work, his life was full. As a youth, straight to adulthood, he was a talented volleyball player, traveling as far as Grenada, Guyana for matches. His fascination for Guyana, maintaining friendships there, forming lifelong relationships, including the Ramjiawan family and others. He loved traveling to Guyana, Grenada, Florida, New York, and Canada, and he cherished moments with family, even organizing carnival beach trips to Granville and Cedros when I was a child, and taking us to the zoo and malls in Port of Spain during July, August. He had a gift of connecting with people. His ability to make friends and build business networks was phenomenal. He was a man of determination, and as shown, he stood with his children to address any issues arising out of their education, be it Ministry of Education or University of the West Indies. Even when success wasn't possible, his dedication spoke volumes about his devotion as a father. He loved his garden, and the home he built on top of the hill bore his name. He planted fruit trees and flowers with his own hands, leaving the land not just more valuable, but more beautiful. In the later years, he remained committed to his health, walking along routes from Mondesi to Grants Road, Silver Stream, to keep his vitality. He was a son, a cousin, a friend, a student, a teacher, a politician, a businessman, a husband, a father, a grandfather, and an uncle. And above all, a man who gave more than he took. He served his community as well at the Manders, offering discourses that uplifted others. In 2009, he had survived the heart attack, and in 2019, he also overcame the stroke. Nearing the end, he fought very hard day by day. He was in and out of hospital, yet on August 9th, after a battle with heart, lung, and kidney failure, his earthly journey came to an end. He leaves behind a legacy not just of achievements, but values, hard work, service, generosity, and love of family. He showed us that no matter where you start, even in a small wooden house with no electricity, you can rise to touch the lives of many, build dreams into reality, and yet remain humble enough to serve. He was and will always be a pillar of Rusilak. His life is a story worth telling to generations to come, a reminder that true wealth lies in not what you keep, but in what you give. May the journey of his soul find peace, and may his spirit continue to bless and guide his family, friends, and the community he cherished so deeply. Thank you very much.
Devotees, there are so many things that he have done in his life. We have here so many opportunities that he have been through. He's a man that he enjoyed every moment of his life. Devotees, at this time, I see in our audience we have Mr. Satnarayan. Mr. Satnarayan asks you to say a few words at this time. Now, Mr. Satnarayan, he's no stranger to all of us. We all know him. We all grew up seeing him. In many occasions we have met him. So he's no stranger to all of us, and I'm sure he have some good memories to say about the late Gaya Kissoon as well.
Sympathizers of this family, Sitaram. I don't know, as Pundit Simide asked me to say a few words. I could say a lot about the late Gaya Kissoon. He was very close to me. Who know and who don't know, I think some people would remember. At the age of around 15 or 14 when I was, and I came out from Pabito Trace to Rosalak near the Hindu school. My father told me, come there and live. And we came in. One of my friends was Gaya Kissoon, Siew Naren, and a few others. Gaya was so close because he's right across there. And we never separate or live far from each other. We always close. He all up to late, when he was well, he used to call me and say, Baba, what you doing, boy? Come on, give me a check. I ain't seen you at all. That's the way he used to greet me. The son just mentioned he was very charitable. It's a fact. As I recall, sometime I told my family, I say, I went a few times in Mondesi Road, Delhi Road, to funeral week and so on. Well, I don't miss funeral and things so. And someone tell me, boy, he says it's only you I see inside his trace when they have funeral and week and so on. And Gaya Kissoon is only two of you. You and Gaya Kissoon. So to tell you that is one. He never miss. He always go and support families. Another recall again. A gentleman who used to be in every wake, every funeral, everything, you would hear him in the night making noise. They play in the car, then making noise. When he died, he had some girl children. And this girl now passed her exam. And no, they are poor people. I say, Gaya. But I didn't call him Gaya. I say, Guts. What are we doing, boy? Look at this thing, but this man poor. And now the girl, you see. He said, Baba, don't worry about that. He said, I would buy all the books for the girl. No, you don't find people like that, no. Sometimes we find ill things to say about others, but let us not. We have a day to go to. When the day comes, you can't back. All know we are beautiful, we are handsome, we are joyous, we are happy. We are like the flowers garden of this world. They are a great singer. They sang a song in the 1950s. The song is Ye Jagarain Basera Bandhe Nate Rana Mera. But one of the verses say, Char dino ki ye phulwari, char ghari ka dera. Char dino ki ye phulwari. Char means 4. Din is days. Char dino ki ye phulwari. So we are like the flowers garden for 4 days. Char ghari ka dera. We may not last for 4 minutes. You see what happened with the flowers? Just wither. So all of us have to take this way. You may not be able to do as much as Gaya Kissoon did. But continue helping. Everybody don't have that finance, that brain, that health to help each other. We all are like the flowers garden. Let us serve each other. I could tell you that because I'm serving from a little boy, and it's a good thing. A little bit again, I would have born inside the mandir. When my mother don't leave the mandir and she gone back, I born. So to tell you, I never let go community work. Up to this day, perhaps Shankar Amratan said, boy, perhaps the work you do, yeah, you're living so long. I said, I ain't not dying too long, 87 years, just a little day. So Gaya was younger than me, and I know Gaya work. Gaya had his work to do also. He going to school. He going to university. I recall in 1979, the first Indian arrival, not Indian arrival, the West Indian community anyway, took place in the university. And Gaya was a key man there. Transport, when you look for transport, was Gaya, any side you turn. When I come from work, I had time. Gaya say, jump in, boy. And I with him. I was helping him gather artifacts. And that man worked. So he worked with the small man here, and he woke up there. And he worked in the entire community. So let us support the family and wish the family all the best that we can. Perhaps someone would come and wish us also. But this family, I want to congratulate you, Naren, for a good job. Sita always keep in touch and tell me that how you going and how he going and so on. So you are doing a wonderful job. You, the children, family, only keep that work up. Keep that name. Keep the community. Keep the country bright. You don't know what level you may serve or your children may serve. So my advice to you, and to you, the people of this community, his community, and wherever is heard, keep that in mind. One day, we, any one of us, we don't know from here now who next. So may God bless all of you who turn out and give support to this family, and even wishing him the best. Ask the Lord that may he plays the flute that make peace in the entire world. Make peace to humanity. When Krishna plays the bansuri, Madhur Muraliya Bajaiye Kanhaiya. Kanhaiya ji, O Krishna ji, plays that sweet Madhur Murali bansuri. Bajaiye Kanhaiya. Bajakar Sunado More Sham. Plays it and let him be. Make peace unto his life. Om Namo Vijnanam Rupaya Paramananda Rupine Sri Krishnaya Gopinathaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Sri Krishnaya Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.
Om Sri Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai. You know, all these things we are hearing about the late departed. You know, he have done so well in his life. You know, the cycle of life, what we supposed to do, the duty of a human. What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to live a life in a certain way. Now, how I explain to my children and godchildren and everyone particular is that from the age of birth to 25, you use that time to educate yourself. From the age of 25 to 50, you use that time to marry and to build your assets and have children and these things. From the age of 50 to 75, you enjoy all what you have reaped in that time, and you enjoy the grandchildren. And from the age of 75 to 100, you give up that time. You detach yourself from everything. And you make that time for Sri Krishna Bhagavan. And this is something that he would have done. He would have enjoyed his time, maybe not the age from 25 to 50 to 75, but whatever he have done it in that same order. He have educated himself, he has his children, his wife, he built all what he needs to build, and in a certain time, he enjoyed all what he has, and then time of detachment. So this is something that he would have done. And this is something that all of us need to learn and to know. And we should do when that time comes. Devotees, in our presence, we have Pundit Shiva Vasdeo. And I'd ask him to say a few words at this time as well.
Prem se boliye Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Sitaram, everyone. So, first and foremost, to the members of the family, my deepest heartfelt condolences from not only myself, from my dad as well. He could not be here, so I am here to extend that condolences to each and every one of you. Uncle Gaya was, how I should say, sometimes we say uncle out of respect. With Uncle Gaya, I say uncle in a more familiar state. Because growing up to me, he was exactly that. He was an uncle. Uncle Gaya, oh, by the way, I also represent Dudnath Mandir, branch number 254, to extend condolences to this family. And the reason I say so is because I am lucky to be the assistant spiritual leader of that mandir. And so, growing up, I have always seen Uncle Gaya at that mandir. Uncle Gaya was growing up. You would look at him and you would say, wow, when I'm old, I want to be like that guy. Always walking strong. If you see him in temple, strong. He was someone always interested as well in the religion, because when we do Sunday morning service, they will have a brief period of question answers. And bet your dollar once Uncle Gaya is there, there's a question. Sometimes Daddy go scratch his head and meet the question next week. But that was the guy Uncle Gaya was. Uncle Gaya was also a guy that when it came to things like Christmas treats for the kids or anything, he would try to give of himself to assist the mandir. I also know Uncle Gaya on an even more personal level, being a young guy growing up in Happy Hill and doing mischief on the hill, and Uncle Gaya go come and say, hey, what are your boys doing? Oh God, Pundit, is you too? And he will let me go. I have got to know him on many, many aspects. And then later on in life, his son, my bhaiya Naren, took me in as Pundit to their family. And I should say it came full circle where Uncle Gaya see me as a little boy to then come in his home and even perform pujan. Uncle Gaya was, to all respect to me, a great, great man. He lived his life, he did his best. He always remembered God. He always will put God first. And even tried to instill that with his grandchildren. Because I could remember Naro from the first puja, and he saw me there. He said, boy, well, I get somebody to teach my grandchildren how to play some drum. And he gonna buy drum and thing one time. He has stick. That is the guy Uncle Gaya was. He will be deeply missed. But as I said before, he was a man who was very interested in the religion. So this, what we are doing here, in terms of the Antishti Samskar, is what he needs most now, and the one thing that he cannot do for himself. So my commendations to each and every one of you guys that are standing to perform this ritual, simply because, as I said, it's the one thing he cannot do for himself. Today, his body that held his Atma, his Jeev at one point, will be reduced to the base elements of which it is made. In Hinduism, we all know we have the 5 elements. And today, through the medium of fire, through the medium of a particular form of Agni Dev, we will reduce this form, as I said, to ash. But there's a beauty within that, you know. If a tree was to burn and become ash, scientifically, if you check the chemical composition of the ash, take away H2O, meaning water, and all the chemical properties are still there. Meaning even when his body is reduced to dust, what it releases is actually the elements that held it together. When this happens, Uncle Gaya, who is with us right now, he'll no longer be confused. He will suddenly become sure that this is no longer a dream. There is nobody to return to. It is now time for me to begin my journey. This journey for each and every one of us is assured. From the time we're born, the only thing we will ever be sure about is there will come a time where we leave this world. Uncle Gaya knew this. Uncle Gaya, I believe, would have been prepared for this. So, Uncle Gaya, wherever you are, my blessings, my prayers, and my love be with you. From myself, from my family, from the temple of which you have served for so long, we all thank you and we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from now until your destination. I am sure it will be an easy one. It will be a nice one. It will be a most pleasant one. Prem se boliye Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Sitaram, everyone. But before I go, allow me to indulge in a prayer. I ask everyone, if you may, please close your eyes, bow your heads as we join in prayer to Bhagavan Vishnu as we pray for the benefit of the soul of our departed. Om Yam Brahma Varunindra Rudrumurta Suravanta Divyaistaved Vedai Sangra Parakramopanishidai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Jnana Vastata Targatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yashantam Naviru Sura Suragana Devaya Tashmei Namaha Devaya Tashmei Namaha Devaya Tashmei Namaha. Om Preta Atma Shanti, Om Preta Atma Shanti, Om Preta Atma Shanti. Prem se boliye Sri Aryama Pitra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Sitaram, everyone.
Om Sri Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai. So this time I'll call on Mr. Reverend. Reverend, right? Mr. Ralph Rao. And he'll give us a few words at this time as well.
Thank you very much, Pundit. So many beautiful things have been said about this handsome man. He was handsome and he got married to a very beautiful woman. And they have four lovely children. I am his friend for past 65 years, my dear friends. We were both in primary school. He was in the Hindu school board. I was on the Presbyterian school board. As teachers, primary school, we were not happy to remain there all the days. There was a yearning for education. I went to university. After a few years, he went to university also. And that was a bond of relationship, my dear friends, that we could never forget. But what is death, my friends? The Pundit spoke about love and compassion and the soul. But what is death? Death is when the soul leaves the body. The soul never dies, never grows old. Is death the end of life, my dear brothers and sisters? Death is the beginning of a new life. Gaya Kissoon has not left home. Gaya Kissoon has gone home. He has gone into a permanent home where there is peace and love, my dear friends. And we hear this psalmist saying, Lord, remind me how short my life is on this earth, my friends. As long as we are born, we are surely going to die. Die physically. And according to your karma, the Pundit spoke about action. Your karma is your action. What you do in your daily life. Your karma either take you to heaven or take you to hell. So if you have good karma, good action, love and affection, and all the speakers so glowingly about the kindness and action of Gaya Kissoon. He served humanity with humility, with love and compassion, my dear friends. He was undoubtedly a great soul. He had good action. He was born a poor man in a poor family. He grew up as a great son. He became a millionaire. But it's sad to say that he died a poor man. He died a lonely man. He died a sad man. But because of his karma, the angels in heaven are rejoicing to receive him into the heavenly kingdom, my dear friends. Just recently in April this year, he rang me and he said he would like to get one of the books that I have written. And just after the end of April, I took the book to him and he began to read. And he said he cannot stop reading, my dear friends. He was a great teacher, a great lover of humanity, and he served God with his whole body, mind, and soul. I urge you, my dear brothers and sisters, that what you do, your karma, will take you to heaven. So I urge you to do good, be kind, be loving. And I want to commend one of my neighbors who were living next to me once upon a time, is the sister-in-law of Gaya Kissoon. And she is Gullen Kissoon today. I must commend her for kindness and love and humility and respect and joy and giving him companionship and the greatest good that she could have done for humanity. What you do, what you plant, that is what you're going to reap, my dear friends. So I urge you in the name of the Almighty God, be kind, be loving. If we have sinned, and God is so great that when we sin and we repent of our sins, God is going to forgive us. So do your best, and the Lord will do the rest. Thank you very much, Pundit, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reverend Ralph. Devotees, now I see at the back we have Mr. Vedachedi, attorney. I ask him to say a few words as well.
Sitaram, Namaskar, my dear friends, Pandit Narendra, Pandit Basdev, the Kissoon family, I extend my condolences to you all. May Lord Sri Krishna give you all the strength, mentally, physically, and emotionally through these times. We know as Hindus that when someone has died, the soul continues on. Death is merely a transmigration of the soul from one embodiment to the next. When the soul is present in the body, it spreads its energies and we have life. When that soul leaves, we have no energy and life has gone. Now, there's a particular show on television that I like to look at called CSI. Now, CSI is an acronym, right, for crime scene investigation. I like to look at how they use science and technology to solve crimes. And about 2 months ago, I was looking at a particular episode. And the pathologist was there performing an autopsy. And in came one of the CSI agents. So the pathologist went on to give an overview of what he had done so far. And then pointed to the corpse and said to the agent, in the end, this is what we all are. And I asked myself, really? Is that really what we all are? We are much more than this. We came from God, and to God we shall return. Our beloved father, grandfather, friend, neighbor, he too will return where he came from Bhagwan Sri Krishna. If not after this life, ultimately he will do so. And ladies and gentlemen, that ultimately is our destination. Whether after one life or several lives, based on, as what my good friend Reverend Umar said, our karma and our bhakti, our devotion. So to me and for all of us here, a funeral should be a reminder that one day we too will die. What is the population of Trinidad and Tobago at this time? Perhaps 1.35 million. 100 years from now, all of us might be dead. And those yet not born might be dead also. And just as Jamant reminded Hanuman of his physical prowess in the Ramayana, let a funeral service also remind you that one day we all have to die. And when we die, our soul moves on, gets another body, or as Pundit said, gets moksha, liberation. As Mary Elizabeth Fry said in her poem, and I will not quote the entire thing, just the first and the last lines. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there, I did not die. So what we call death here is merely a separation of the physical being from the spiritual being. Yes, we grieve and we lament because we are human beings. We are governed to some extent by emotions. So do that, it's good. It's good. But also, in your heart and in your mind, offer a prayer. Offer a prayer to Bhagwan Sri Krishna because he has custody of the soul after death. So again, to the Kissoon family, my condolences. Okay? Mrs. Kissoon, nice to see you. And ladies and gentlemen, do not underestimate the power of your presence. Your presence here, I'm sure, means a lot to the Kissoon family. So thank you for listening, and may Bhagwan Sri Krishna bless all of us.
Thank you very much. So we have Uncle Chanka, a great man into the village, a senior, and he will say a few words about Mr. Gaya as well.
Namaste Sitaram. My condolences to the Kissoon family. Gaya, as a politician, I've worked with him. I've walked all the roads with him when he was being to be a representative. Gaya is responsible for my being in Rosilak. That is one of the best things he has ever done to me, and I think to the village that I moved from Vance River and I came to Rosilak because he saw me in the temple and he said, boy, we want you in Rosilak. And he sold me a piece of land that I would never forget Gaya in my whole life. He came to my office and he told me, Ramro, I want to sell you a piece of land. And then I tell him, okay, he sold me. And he's responsible for me coming to Rosilak. Gaya was a man who was involved in all the whole Hindu aspects of life. He went with me to JJV and learned to sing, play organ, and we practiced together. We used to go and do Ramayana in the Teak Wellness Temple. And he was a very forward-going person. He always looked to help people and do the best thing that he can. On this day, Gratz boy, we call him Gratz. We limed together. We drank together. In the old days, Maharajan, I called his wife Maharajan because I know her very well. Yeah, and we drank together. We don't have to hide anything. This is a fact. We drank, we limed. We were boys, well, he was older than me, but we were boys together. And we play cards together, enjoy ourselves, take out all the stress. He said, Ramro boy, I'll take out some of the stress that I have. And, I say, okay. Then we lime and we drink. And we play cards and all these things. We associated with each other for the longest while. Gaya boy, Gratso, may your soul reach the heavens. May the Lord bless you and keep you there. You have done a great deal. Namaste. Thank you.
We are hearing so many nice memories of the late Gaya Kissoon. In our audience here as well, we have the brother of MP or the Senator, Mr. Ravi Ratiram. His brother is here. Now, he would have been able to come. So his brother is here and he would represent as well for the Ratiram family. Say a few words. Mr. Anil Ratiram. He's also no stranger to all of us. Now he's a bit in a health condition, so he may not talk as loud. So.
Sitaram Pundit, Sitaram to all. Members of the Kissoon family, on behalf of my mother, Auntie Savit, my brother, who you all know to be the politician, I bring condolence to you. My father, as many of you will know, Uncle Sat and others would know, grew up very close with Mr. Kissoon. They were very good friends, childhood friends. And Uncle Gaya would never pass our family anyway without saying kind words, without greeting. And even after my father's passing, he would occasionally visit our home, visit my mother, and check that she's doing okay. He would bring little gifts for her, a small bottle of non-alcoholic wine, because he knew that's what Auntie Savit and Auntie Chan like. And he would chat a little bit with them and bring happiness to the home. My brother Ravi, who is a senator. He could not be here because of his schedule, and he asked me to convey condolence on his behalf to you, Naren, and the family. To all of us, the Ratirams, Uncle Gaya was a very loving and caring and supportive person. I myself, in the early days of the politics, together with Evran Ramadasing, would spend much political time with Mr. Kissoon, and I knew him well, and even in that sphere. So again, I share my condolence to the family. Sitaram.
Yeah. The devotees, now, in our audience as well, we have Miss Reshma. She's the Dharampatni of Pandit Neil. Now, Pandit Neil, he lives not too far, just a stone throw away from Uncle Gaya. Now, if he was able enough, he would have been here, but unfortunately, his conditions, he would not be here, so his wife is here with us. Do you want to say a few words, or, okay? And so she say a few words, because she's a neighbor. I also say a few words at this time. Okay.
Sitaram, namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Good day. Uncle Gaya spent his last days as my neighbor, and I spent a few moments with him. When I'm going home, he would call and say, "Come, sit down." I would stop, go, say a few words with him. He's one of my customers. He buys my oil. And I know he's with Lord Krishna. I can tell you that. And I asked Lord Krishna to give you all, the family, the Kissoon family, the courage to carry on. I'd say a small prayer. Kita Ganga Jagayatri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahma Vidya Brahmale Trisandya Muktigehini Ardhamata Chidananda Bhav Agni Bainashini Veda Traya Padananta Tatvanagana Manjalam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thank you.
The devotees, at this time I ask Mr. Williams, he will give us a few words. After Mr. Williams, if there's anybody afterwards at the audience who will want to say a few words after, I would invite you afterwards to come up.
What a pleasant day. What a beautiful day. What a glorious day. A day of happiness and a day of joy. No time for tears. As the goodly gentleman, Mr. Umrao, you all have said it so well. Now is no time for tears. He has gone to a better place. If there is time for tears, tears for you. Whilst you are here, you have telephone bills, light bills, and whatsoever to pay. He who have none to pay. He has gone to the Creator, the great Creator beyond, where he is happy. So to the Kissoon family, and my good friend and brother. We have a good rapport. We always talk regularly and so on. My condolences to you all. This man that you all are looking at here now, he is a great man, as what Mr. Umrao said. A very, very great man. Let me take you all to memory lane a little bit. The older people. Almost 53 years ago, when the commuters from Point, Lobry, wheresoever, Faizabad, will be going to Port San Fernando, the taxi drivers, the other people, and they're passing through the creek. Remember, that wall in the creek used to flood when the tide come up, and everybody complaining the salt water damaging their car? The older people will remember that. Gaya Kissoon led a delegation from Grand Trace to Port of Spain, Whitehall, picketing the government to raise the wall. Fortunately, they did. That's a great man. He's also, as Mr. Umrao said, a university graduate. He got a degree and he was qualified. He had a license that he could have been the principal of any college. He could have opened a school. That's a great man. But he have decided to go in a different field, and he went into the contracting business. And there is where he worked, I think was TNTech, etc. And it still remains with the family. I remember so many good things about Gaya, but I needless say it because Mr. Omar, did you come home by me or so last night and talk to anybody? You said word for word what I was going to say today. So I needless say anything at all because it don't make sense. I repeat. Yes, he was a very, very great man. But he was a father. And if I ask the question today, who is a father? Or what is a father? Well, a father is a man who has children, of course. When you have children, what you do? You feed them. You clothe them. You educate them. But you put a roof over their house to have them comfortable. That's what he did. And he built an empire. He built an empire. And that man you see there cannot speak and he cannot listen. But he's a millionaire. He is a millionaire. I agree with Mr. Ombrau. He was a millionaire, but I still put him as a millionaire because he died with a good heart and a good mind. And he have left legacies for his entire family to follow. And he had left also indelible memories. Memories. Pundit? I want to become a pundit too. Look at them chain you're wearing. And the amount of rings. You're very wealthy. Oh, it's plastic? You're lucky. So, ladies and gentlemen, in a tangible way, I will wrap up because all that I wanted to say was said before. And one word that Mr. Umrao used that I wanted to use this morning to my good pundit. And that word is, as you said, Mr. Umrao, karma. That's a great word. And to all those people, especially the Hindus, you know what is karma. I don't know so much. I know the scientific word about it. But that's a great, great, great word. What you sow, you reap. Right. My parents used to say, what goes around comes around. Right. Whilst we are alive, all of us, make it good with your friends, with your family, and make it good with your brother or your sister. Don't wait until you reach this stage for correction. it will be too late. On behalf of my family, and also all those nieces of yours who flew from all over America, Tampa, New York, England, etc. God bless you all for coming. I don't know if you're here, but I know you should be here. So on behalf of my family, I want to say to you, Gaya, good luck and goodbye. And may God continue loving you always.
Thank you very much. You know, Uncle William's talking about the little gold and these things, right? Now, I just want to give you a quick explanation about the karmas and this and that. Now, you know, when you make a siddha, which is a form of dakshina that you give to the Pundit, the Brahman. Now that siddha, in Garu Puran explains that you must give 7 grains. There's 7 grains, there's 3 sesamum seed, there's a pack of salt, and there's a form of gold. Now this is very important whenever you give. It is said that there's 13 seeders that should be made when it's time for the 13 days to be given. It is placed in a form of a vessel, which is like a kalsa or a big container, and you fill the grains, you put the salt, you put the gold, and you put these things, and you give it to the Brahmins. Now this is the reason where it uplifts that soul. It reaches to where it has to go. It removes that form of sins. Now, the 7 grains remove certain types of sins that we have. The 3 sesamum seed, which is the white, the brown, the black, is very important. Normally we mix this into ghee and we perform hawan. White, the brown, the black, it removes your sins, your karmas from when you speak. So whatever karmas or whatever sin that you accumulate from speaking, from thinking, and from doing. Black, white, and brown, those are the 3 sesamum seeds. Whenever we do hawan, whenever we do jap, we take Lord Krishna names in mind, or Lord Vishnu name in mind, and we do that jap. Sins are being removed. You know, in Garu Puran says there's a secret offering which is very sacred to Sri Krishna Bhagavan, or Hari. And that secret offering is when you offer that gold. Gold, it doesn't say how much, it doesn't say the amount, but it said what you can afford. Whatever you afford to Sri Krishna Bhagavan and you offer that form of gold, sins are being removed from this birth and previous births from before. And that is most important. Well, one of the most important things that we do. So I share a little bit on that gold and why we offer the grains and the 3 sesamum seed, which is very important into our life. The devotees, before we go further, have Mr. Durga Basdeo. He lives in that Gaya settlement, and he will share a few words at this time as well.
Sitaram, everybody. Gaya cannot go without I saying something, you know. Gaya has been my neighbor for over 30 years. And I became his neighbor because of him. You know, I bought land from him there, and I can tell you that's the best place in the world for me to live. And I enjoy living there. But besides all of that, Gaya Kissoon has been very close to our family. And when I heard his demise, I called my sister in London. And she was very close to Nisha, his daughter. And she was very saddened. And then I called my brother from Canada. And he was extremely upset because he considered Gaya as his own brother. You know, they shared many, many times together, politics and in religion and everything. When my brother was in politics, every time he was on advice or anything, he's always consult Gaya. And they used to have their mutual discussions and so on. So he has been very, very close to us. in that way. And my brother said to make sure and go and say something on his behalf. So on behalf of my brother, my sister, and myself, I want to extend my deepest condolence and sympathy to the family. Gaya Kissoon, like Soomati, shared a small stint in Roselak Hindu School. Soomati went to Roselak Hindu School, but it was for a short stint. I remember she and I were in the same class in Standard 1, and afterwards she got transferred to, I can't remember the other school. And her brother Vijay also was in the same class. And I liked Vijay because, I was very smally, and nobody wanted to play with me. But Vijay always take his books, his whole handbag, and walk outside. So he used to be my friend. So it's not only with Gaya, but the other side too, Soomati's side, we are very close. I recall when I went to Canada at university, and after finishing, when I came home, I resided at Papito Trees. And when I left, there was water 24 hours a day. And when I came back, there was no water. So when I got up in the morning, I asked my brother, well, where are you getting water to bathe? He told me, go in the pond and bathe. I said, oh, God. So I had to take a bicycle, or my father's can go to the nearest pipe stand and so on, and bathe. But after, we approached Gaya. And like he said, Gaya gathered the villagers together, explained his situation, and he led a delegation. And all of us went and protested around Red House in Port of Spain. And there was a few weeks afterwards that we got water at least once a week. So I am him for that, and I'm very grateful for that because, I benefit from that a lot. Besides that, not too far from where I live, there was this family whose house was burnt to the ground. And when he heard that, he immediately gathered some villagers and so on and cut log and wood and so on. And within a month time, the house was built. So he was a humanitarian person, a human who cared about people. And I don't want to go on because I want to commend Naren because he said a lot of things that I would have liked to see. But he said it already. He and I used to walk many times. We walk in the evening times. He would pick me up, say, let's go. We used to walk to Grand Trace, near Antara Trace, and one day he took me all to Grand Trace, Papito Trace, Eccles Trace. And when you finish Eccles Trace, there's a dirt road. Say, let's go on there. And he will go in all the little sheds who making gardeners on, and I used to be scared, but he never scared. He was that sort of person. I have to be mixed up on that. I remember Gaya was my teacher, he taught me CXC, SEA, well, we know that's common entrance, for a very short while, and then he left, and I think he went into university and, his business and so on after. I met Soomati again afterwards, after she left, we went to Hindu school together. Soomati and I went first in secondary school. I was in the first batch to have gone there, and she was in the second batch. But I never excelled as Soomati. Soomati was extremely bright. In those days, we had a principle called Chatur, and we used to have, every 2 weeks, you have to give tests. And who make more than 80% and so on, he used to have a board where those who make more than 80 the names will be there. And every time Soomati's name will be there, over 80%. She was an extremely bright person, and she married to a bright person. So I'm really pleased to have neighbors like them. But Gaya was a bit sort of absent-minded person too, Let me give you a list. I have fond memories of Gaya, really fond memories. Many times when I am home, he's going from home to his office about 25, 30 times for the day, up and down, up and down. Sometimes I see him more than I used to see my wife. I had really fond memories of him. there was one particular morning, Gaya was he driving his vehicle, and my wife was in the gallery. And I was, well, the neighbor house was not there, I was doing some gardening. And she shouted out to me, said, "Stop, Gaya, stop, Gaya, stop, Gaya." He said his revolver is top of the car. So hard was to stop, Gaya. And, put up my hand. He said, "What happened?" I said, "Open your car, watch it up on your hood." When you watch, he said, "Oh gosh, I don't know how is it that revolver coming down that hill, the top of the car didn't fall off." So that's to show that his faith in God was there. And, we, while walking, doing our walk together, well, we, as Chanka said, we used to join the Bhagavad Gita, Vijaya's and Sun class and so on. And he bought this organ and he wants to learn to play the organ. And we learned Hindi together, and the word teacher was Adhyapak. So he used to call me Adhyapak because I'm a teacher. So many times he would pass by with he always buy his newspaper, all the newspapers he will buy. And sometimes he will stop, come at my house, read newspaper, sit in the hammock, some will lie down and fall asleep. And then he said, Adhyapak, this is the only place I could come and feel very comfortable as if I am home. So we go on for many, many things. During our walk, he said, Adhyapak, I know over 40 mantras, I said, "True?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, recite some for me." But, he said, recite them, he knows them, but, the pronunciation used to be off key, like what you might say, Kamsuru. So we go along a lot, we share a lot. And on behalf of my brother and sister again and myself, I want to extend the deepest condolence and sympathy to his family. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Om Sri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. So devotees, time is against us at this time. We have a specific time frame where we would have to cremate. Before we go to that, there's one person again that I need to call, but he would do a bhajan for us. So while that bhajan is going on, I want the immediate families, they will come at first, want you all to pay your respects to your loved one, and afterwards, the rest of you will come, take your flowers, offer, say your prayer, say your wishes, say your goodbyes, and come around, right? In a clockwise direction, we all will go, Don't go anti-clockwise, you want to go one direction, right? So there's flowers, there's all of these things here, and whoever you want to offer, you offer, right? So at first, the immediate families at first, you will come forward and pay your respects. This mala here, we'll give it to Dharampatni. Right, so we all will join together in Shri Krishna Bhajan, and after Uncle will come and join in the other bhajans. Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukiyo Kor Dhukka Dhur Kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukiyo Kor Dhukka Dhur Kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jab char taraf andiyara ho आशार करूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा करूर किनारा हो फिर कोई न केवन हारा हो फिर कोई न केवन हारा हो
फिर
तू ही बेड़ा पार करो, तू ही बेड़ा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे।
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है। ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। यशोद जिनकी मैया है, नंदन जीवा पया है। यशोद जिनकी मैया है, नंदन जी की पैया है। ऐसे श्री गोपाल को, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। लूट लूट धरी माखन छाको, ग्वाल बाल संग धेनु चरायो। लूट लूट धरी माखन छाको, ग्वाल बाल संग धेनु चरायो। ऐसे लीला धाम को, ऐसे लीला धाम को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। द्रुपद सुता को लाज, द्रुपद
What's it, Bob?
Go ahead.
मुखरा देख ले प्राणी, जरा दर्पण में हो। देख ले कितना पुण्य है, कितना पाप तेरे जीवन में। देख ले दर्पण में, मुखरा देख ले प्राणी, जरा
भी अकेला। Into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला. And in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall live alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना, ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना, गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना।
Golangayate grim yakriparthumaham vande paramanandikamarvam Om vasudevasutam devam kanchanurdamardhanam Devaki paramanandam Krishnam vande jagadguru Om narini dhanureva shankachakra gadadara Akshayar pundarikaksha preta moksha prado bhava Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. So devotees will be making 5 stops from this entrance here to the come back around here. Right? So please keep in mind, let us all be quiet for a bit as we complete these 5 stops, these 5 manzil, and after we proceed into the fire. Thank you all very much.
PBD 8343, there's something wrong with your car. You need to move it now, please.
Something wrong with your car. PBD.
They go in this way, right? The 5 stops is right here.
जब हम पैदा हुए स्वाभाविक है कोई शिशु जन्म लेता है तो सबसे पहले रोता है और उसके रोने की आवाज सुनते ही सब लोग खुशी मनाने लगते हैं। भक्त कबीर ने कितनी गहराई से सोचा इस बात को और एक महान संदेश दे दिया। कबीरा जब हम पैदा हुए जग हंसे हम रोए, ऐसी करनी कर चलो हम हंसे जग रोए। शरीर को एक चादर के समान समझते हुए कबीर कहते हैं, चदरिया चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी, झीनी रे झीनी 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 रे झीनी, के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी, के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी। शरीर रूपी चादर कैसे बनी, इसका निर्माण कैसे हुआ। अष्टकमल का चरखा बनाया, 5 तत्व की पूनी। अष्टकमल का चरखा बनाया, 5 तत्व की पूनी। 9-10 मास बुनन को लागे, 9-10 मास बुनन को लागे। मूरख मैली कीनी चदरिया, झीनी रे झीनी 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 झीनी। राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया, झीनी रे झीनी। जब मुरी चादर बन घर आई, रंग रेज को दीनी। अर्थात शरीर ने जन्म लिया, रंगरेज गुरु के पास शिक्षा का रंग चढ़ाने के लिए चादर को भेजा। जब मोरी चादर बन घर आई, जब मोरी चादर बन घर आई, रंग रेज को दीनी। ऐसा रंग रंगा रंग रे ने, ऐसा रंग रंगा रंग रे ने, के लालो लाल कर दीनी चदरिया, झीनी रे झीनी। के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया, झीनी रे झीनी। गुरु से शिक्षा प्राप्त कर लेने के बाद हमारा जीवन आरंभ होता है, और ऐसे समय पर कवि ने एक चेतावनी दी है, एक महान शिक्षा दी है। इसकी ओर ध्यान दें। चादर ओढ़ शंका मत करियो, चादर ओढ़ शंका मत करियो। ये 2 दिन तुमको दीनी चदरिया, ये 2 दिन तुमको दीनी। चादर ओढ़ शंका मत करियो, ये 2 दिन तुमको दीनी। मूर्ख लोग भेद नहीं जाने, मूर्ख लोग भेद नहीं जाने। दिन दिन मैली कीनी चदरिया, झीनी रे झीनी। के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया, झीनी रे झीनी। के राम नाम रस भीनी चदरिया, झीनी रे झीनी। ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामा ने ओढ़ी चदरिया, ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामा ने ओढ़ी। ये भजन आप राग देश में सुन रहे हैं, कुछ और रागों की इसमें छाया है, प्रस्तुत कर रहा हूं। ये तो है राग देश। सुदामा ने ओढ़ी, ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामा ने ओढ़ी। राग केदार की छाया देखिए। सुदामा ने ओढ़ी, सुदामान ओरी चदरिया सुदामान ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान ओरी ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान ओरी ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान राग मालकोस सुदामान ओरी रे चदरिया हे सुदामान ओरी चदरिया सुदामान ओरी चदरिया सुदामान ओरी चदरिया ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान मम गद निगद निग मम गद गद निज निग तम गम जग निज मम गद जग द मम गद मद गम गद मनि दत निज धनि दत नि गग धनि धनि गग निज धनि दत नि गग धनि धनि गग जग निज धनि धनि गम धनि तत तत ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान ओरे ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान राग काफी इस राग में होली गाते हैं अरे सुदामान ओढ़ी अरे हारे चदरिया सुदामान ओढ़ी चदरिया रे ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान ओढ़ी ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामान उतित आई सुघड़ राधिका इतते कुंवर कन्हाई इतते कुंवर कन्हाई
आए भी अकेला into this world we have come alone और जाए भी अकेला and in a similar manner when we take our exit we shall leave alone 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला when we do take stock of our lives we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना, ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना, गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना, गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना, सबके रहते हुए मैं हूँ अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
आए भी अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला, and in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला.
है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह वो आशिना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह जिंदगी की तरह बढ़ा के प्यास मेरी उसने हाथ छोड़ दिया बढ़ा के प्यास मेरी उसने हाथ छोड़ दिया वो कर रहा था मुरव्वत भी दिल लगी की तरह वो आशिना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह कभी न सोचा था हमने कतील उसके लिए कभी न सोचा था हमने कतील उसके लिए करेगा हम पे सितम वो भी हर किसी की तरह वो आशिना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह, किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह। वो आशिना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह, किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह। जिंदगी की तरह। बढ़ा के प्यास मेरी उसने हाथ छोड़ दिया, बढ़ा के प्यास मेरी उसने हाथ छोड़ दिया। वो कर रहा था मुरव्वत भी दिल लगी की तरह, वो आशिना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह, किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह। कभी न सोचा था हमने कतील उसके लिए, कभी न सोचा था हमने कतील उसके लिए। करेगा हम पे सितम वो भी हर किसी की तरह, वो आशिना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह।
आए भी अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला, and in a similar manner when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव